Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to service these calipers. Take the pads out, pop the pistons out, clean them behind, and then I'm going to spray them and finish them off. So what I'll do is I'll clamp these here first. Clamp that down first. Pop the cover off. To take the pads out, you need to take these two pins off first. So very gently we'll just tap these two pins out. Come out like that. There's another pin there. There's one pad. Taking this pin out, and you got a circlip there as well. Don't lose these parts. And there's the other brake pad there. Okay. Now to take the two pistons out, they won't come out on their own, so you're going to have to blow them out. So to blow them out, what I'll do is I'll put a bit of rag in between the two pistons. There's this one here, already come out. As you can see there, it's popped out. Like that. So you got one piston there. Pistons seem to be in absolutely perfect condition. Rule of thumb with brake fluid is you don't want it to get over any painted surfaces, because I'll tell you what, it absolutely breaks any paintwork down. It acts like a solvent. As you can see, it's kind of eaten into paint. I'm going to respray this caliper anyhow, so I'm not really concerned at the moment. But you don't want to get it in over anything that is painted, because it just eats away on any paint, just breaks it all down. So try to make sure that you don't get it over anything. Just give it a good blow. There you go, so that's the cylinders cleaned. So that's one piston back in, as you can see, pushed right in. That's the second piston right there. I'll take the gasket out and clean behind the gasket. Yeah. Give us a bit of a clean up as well. So I've cleaned these pistons out, but I haven't prior when I did the initial restoration to the motorcycle. But what I didn't do is take them apart. So I just cleaned them, surface cleaned them, and cleaned the brake pads and things like that. But I never took the brake calipers apart at all. So there you go. That's how the piston goes in like that. So there you go, both the pistons are back inside there. I won't be putting the bleed nipples or anything like that back in because I'm going to respray this now, and I'll show you how I do it. I'm just going to clean it down, try to get any residue of the brake fluid off. So just kind of like degrease it. Initially I'll just try and degrease it and clean any oils and greases off it. Then I'll give it a light sand down, and then I'll spray it. Okay, that's pretty much degreased as it is now at the moment. All the surfaces are pretty clean now. Give it a bit of a light sand everywhere. So there you have the caliper is pretty much, the pistons are nicely opened up and cleaned inside, and it's ready to be painted. So what I'll do is I'll mask up these two bolts, so I don't want them to get painted. There you go. Now, one of the tricks that I normally do is on the Brembo rising there, I'll just pass over, I'll go over it with a bit of very fine sandpaper, very fine, and just clean it up and kind of polish it up a bit like that, so it's nice and clean. Because when we spray over that, that'll get covered in paint. But once it's all finished and sprayed up and painted, you go back over it with the sandpaper and just take the paint off it, and it'll come clean again. So here you have it, both calipers literally ready to be sprayed. As you can see here, I've sprayed the calipers. That's one, and that's the other. Now they've both been sprayed in gold, and this is the spray paint I've used. It's a purpose caliper paint for the brake calipers. It's rated at 900 degrees Fahrenheit or 482 degrees Celsius. So they pretty much resist any temperature really. And for the motorcycles, it'd be very rare that they'll ever get to that kind of temperature because of their exposure. I think that this paint, the heat rating on this is more for cars or trucks or something like that. What I'll do now is one aside. What I'll do now is they're nice and dry. They've been dry for a couple of hours now. Is I'm going to spray them with the transparent, and this is the product that I'll use. It's a 2-pack. It's a 2-pack clear. So I'll spray that, which it'll give it a bit more gloss, and it'll protect it as well. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is take these off. So the bolts actually. The Brembo writing here, I'll get that out again, and the way I'll do it is I'll polish it with sandpaper. So that's the trick, to get the Brembos back out. Just very lightly and very slowly, you kind of just very gently just sand the paint off the writing without trying to hit the surrounding, or else you'll be back to square one. So really very slowly, very gently, just try and sand the writing, the paint off the top of the Brembos. Might take a little bit of time until you kind of do it all, but slowly you just try and sand it off again until they're nice and clean. There you have it. So you clean the Brembos again. Take these this off like that, and so now we'll spray it with the clear, and that'll protect it and will give it a nice gloss as well. So when you do the spray painting on these calipers, take your time, just spray a little bit at a time, let it dry and give it another coat. Don't sort of just try and whack a whole lot of paint on it. It'll start to dribble, it'll start to run, and it'll look shit. So just take your time, spray it a little bit, let it dry, spray it, give it 2-3 coats, a bit at a time, do a bit of different angles. Just let it all sort of give it a few different coats. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush to do things, because if you sort of start to get runs and all that, then you got to sand it down and restart, do the whole job again. So don't be in a rush to do things. Okay, so here we go. Both of them there, nicely just been glossed up, and let them dry. once they're dry, I'll put the calipers back here, the brake pads back inside them, and I'll put them back onto the forks, and then I'll attach the new braided lines onto them, and start bleeding them and get them to start functioning. So there we are. You would think that they were bought from a dealer, brand new. I'll let them dry now and put them on probably put them on tomorrow.